Yo, what's up? So today we're hoping to get like a 2, maybe 3 hour live stream in. And today's live stream is about the Champions League next round draws that are coming up. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about each game, what I think the score is going to be, why I think that, talk about both clubs, what I think, I think if there's anything that might swerve it or something like that, just get like a little bit of a football talk going for it, like people who enjoy football, I think this might be an interesting live stream. Yeah, so the first game is Man United versus my team, Barcelona. Now, I'm trying not to be biased here, but we all know Barcelona's going to win anyway. And my score for this game is 5-2 to Barca. 5-2 to Barcelona, here's why. I think they're going to turn up like they always do. Yeah, it's Barcelona. I've not seen many games where they don't turn up. I've seen a few, don't get me wrong. My team's not perfect, but, they turn up 99% of the time. And they're going to turn up against Man United, and 5-2 is going to be the score because I could see Man United pulling in a couple of goals, but ultimately, though, Messi's going to score another free kick or penalty. That's been the trend lately. He's going to score another one. Messi is going to put another one in the back of that net. Suarez will put a couple in. And I reckon we might actually see a Coutinho goal, but if not, it's going to be a repeat of the last Champions League game where PK is going to put one in again. And the reason I believe this is because it's been the form that they've been on lately, and it's been unshooked since since the Champions League's virtually been happening this year, since it started up. It's been almost an unshooked form. Plus there's the La Liga and there's going to be the fact that we've got La Liga and we've pretty much got Copa del Rey, we've got La Liga and Copa like we always do. I'm not actually sure if them tournaments are finished or not, but come on, we've got them both. Yeah. I haven't been following as heavy as I used to do because too lazy to really honest. Yeah, but yeah, they're going to stay on the same form that they were, and hopefully this year we can finally pull the treble again, because last time we did the treble, I was quite young last time we did the treble, but hopefully we can get a treble again. We've been doing duos for ages though, but maybe we'll get that triple this year. I hope so anyway. Next game is Spurs-Man City, and this is a 5-0 Man City. Man City is going to tear Spurs apart. Spurs aren't a bad side, but Man City are going to dominate them. Man City are going to make Spurs their bitch. Man City have been on fucking form in the Champions League, and it's not going to lose there. They've had a 7-0 win their last game. Man City have got that 4-0 in the bag. Did I say 4-0 or did I say 5-0? Oh, either one. It'll be one of them two. Yeah, they are absolutely going to fucking demolish the opposition, Manchester City. I don't see any outcome where Spurs even score. And all I can say is I feel sorry for Spurs in advance, because we know that they're out. They're out of this game. Like, Barcelona would have probably had a chance against City, maybe Liverpool, maybe United, but realistically, though, Barcelona are the only ones left, maybe Juve or Porto or Ajax, that I would have put through, that could maybe have knocked City off form, but Spurs aren't going to do it. Spurs tonight going to walk in when they play. They're going to walk in, and they're going to walk out of the first leg winning. Yeah. After this talk, we're going to talk about the second legs. Yeah. Which is what's going to get this up to you. But this talk here is specifically just first leg. Later on in the talk, we're going to talk second leg. But yeah, first leg, Man City are going to walk in, dominate, 5-0, easy. So this is just so you make sure that, just so I know that you know that it's not that this is only the first leg scores. Because I'm predicting quite high, so I'm thinking maybe some people are thinking I'm bundling both legs together, but I'm not. Next up, Liverpool-Porto. Do I have to even say that Liverpool's going to win 4-0? At least. Liverpool have at least a 4-0 win on their way. If Porto do anything other than lose to Liverpool, I'm going to be shocked. Even if it's a draw, I'll be shocked, because Liverpool realistically should be tearing apart Porto. I realise I'm not fully in shot, so I'm going to push this back a bit. Sorry about that, guys. I know realistically there's more of a podcast, so it's probably going to be listened to more than it's going to be viewed, but it's there in case you want it, and yeah, I definitely would suggest listening to this. It's going to be a long enough podcast that you'll get some fun out of it, and I'm just here doing it myself, one man wrecking machine today, because nobody wanted to film today, other than me, so yeah, I'm definitely doing this solo, so I'm sorry if I don't have anybody to play off. These podcasts will be more fun in the future when I'm doing it with my brother or somebody like that, so I've got somebody to actually play off, but right now, I'm doing it solo, so I'm going to be throwing a few jokes in there, like, let's be honest, return of the greatest striker alive, Virgil van Dijk. Yeah, come on, we know that, and obviously, I think that fucking Kepa's going to be coaching Liverpool from the sideline to give them that win. Yeah, but obviously 4-0 win. Maybe they'll get a 10-0 win if Kepa's coaching tonight, Yeah, but, I mean, if Kepa's coaching when they play, sorry, what the fuck am I on about tonight? There's no Champions League game tonight, as far as I know. I'll have to look that up, though, but I get all the notifications to my phone anyway, so if there is a Champions League game, when it is on, I'll get the notifications, and I'll be there the next day with the score versus what I predicted, because when I come back to it, I'm going to have to rewatch this podcast to get all the predictions, but, yeah. So, yeah, Liverpool first leg, absolutely dominate Porto 4-0. It might be more, but anything other than a Liverpool win will shock the shit out of me. Virgil's going to score. God, what's his name now? Mohamed Salah might actually pull one in. I know Salah hasn't been great recently when it comes to putting in goals, but he'll return to form in this next game and he'll pull one himself. We'll see. We'll see many people pull goals, trust me. There's going to be some goals in this game, and they're all going to be Liverpool. Next is Ajax versus Juve, which I have been up fully ever since it's been drawn, trying to pick this. See, on one hand, Juve should absolutely dominate, Ronaldo, all that. On the other hand, though, Ajax have been on form lately, and like we've always said, it depends on what team they have out on the night, it depends on a few factors, but that's one of the big ones, is what team they have out on the night, etc, etc. But if I had to give a solid prediction, I'm going to say 5-3 to Juve. Here's why. I think Juve are probably going to win. I think, Ronaldo's going to carry him to a win, Some others will score, but I think it's going to be Ronaldo alternately that gets them the win. Yeah. But I don't think Ajax are going down without a fight. No, there's not a chance Ajax are going down without a fight. I mean, I might be wrong, but I reckon Ajax aren't going down without that fight. So that's why I've put 5-3. Yeah, first leg, obviously. Ajax, 5-3. Yeah. It's going to be an amazing game. That Ajax-Juve one is a must-watch. Yeah, and it's going to produce a lot of good moments, I think. I think there's going to be a fair few football headlines the next day from that game. And obviously, I think it's going to be a very high-scoring game. Ronaldo's the only real Juve player I can name, and I can't name any fucking Ajax players because Barcelona fan almost exclusively. Haven't watched any Juventus games. Haven't watched any Ajax games for that matter either. Yeah, yesterday's Barcelona game, epic result for us as well. I know that it's not really part of this, but I just thought I'd put it in there yesterday. Chuffed after yesterday. Absolutely chuffed. Next up now, we're going to start talking about these next legs, which right now we're talking about the next legs. I'm going to use this as a break. I'm going to put it on pause, the recording, and I'm going to go and get a drink, and I'm going to come back after I've cleared my throat a bit, because we've only been talking 8 minutes, and I've got a bit of a raspy throat, so I'm going to need to clear my voice, especially for the fact that this podcast is going to go for at least 30 minutes. I'm only 10 minutes in, so I've got another 20 minutes to fill with the second half, so yeah. I'll be back after I've gotten a drink. Yeah, so I'm back. Got that. It's not coffee, it's not black coffee, it's dandelion and burdock. Great drink. Not my favourite, but I'm out of Coke. It's the only thing I have in the house. I'm out of Coke. I drank my energy drink that I bought this morning, so... Oh shit, sorry, I didn't realise that was slanted, my thingy I'm using as a tripod. Yeah, but we're talking about the second legs now, so... First leg of Man United FC of Barca, I had 4-5-0 for Barcelona. Second leg, I say 3-0 to Barcelona. because I think once that they've beaten Man U first half, I've already said why they will beat Man United. Second leg, Man United will be so crushed we'll just pull another 3. We won't bother with any more than 3, I don't reckon. I know how Barcelona play generally. Won't bother with more than 3 second leg, especially if we pull 4 or 5 first leg. Yeah. So it'll be, all in all, in the total, that'll leave the Man United game at 7-0, I want to say. I'm not great with maths. 7-0. Yeah, 7-0, yeah. You know, all in all, contributing to a great game between these two, and while I don't think Man United's going to score, I think they might come close. There might be a chance that we'll get a Pogba goal in that game, you know, or somebody like that. Yeah, but I doubt it though. Next is the second leg of Spurs. I had the 4-0 win for City in the first leg. Second leg, City 2-0. I don't think Spurs are pulling a goal in this game either. I think Spurs are also going to be knocked out just as easy as Man U. Yeah, absolute, you know, carnage will be delivered in this game by Man City. They are absolutely going to fucking demolish Spurs. There's no other way about it. Second and first leg, you know. Absolutely no way about it. Absolutely no other way than that it's going to end. Next up is the second leg of Liverpool-Porto, which the first leg we had the 3-0 Liverpool win, I believe. I don't think I've got that prediction wrong. I know it's not been too long since I've done it, but you know, we'll see anyway. But that was the first leg prediction is at the beginning, and then whatever that was, I think I've got that right. The second leg, Porto are going to win 2-1, but Liverpool are ultimately going to have the win, I think. I don't know what I put, but I think the second leg, though, Porto are going to pull a little bit of a comeback, win the second leg, but aren't going to win overall, is my overall prediction about that. Liverpool have got the win there, but I think Porto might catch Liverpool off guard in the second leg. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I could see that happening because, you know, Liverpool are going to go through anyway, and Liverpool, one of the teams that like to at least let their opponent, sometimes a team that like to give their opponent one last hurrah before they go, is what I tend to find with Liverpool, but we don't know how generous they're going to be on the night, but I think Van Dijk might score again in the second leg. I don't know. Van Dijk, maybe Mane will score. I know Mane will score in one of the 2 legs, but I think Thingy will score in the second. I think either Mane or Van Dijk will score second leg. Yeah. All in all, I think that second leg's not going to be as much of a good game as the first leg, unless obviously the comeback of Porto will interest you, because that's probably going to happen. But if that doesn't interest you, I don't see how the second leg could interest more than the first leg. But we'll just see what happens with that second leg, because I can't call it down the middle. Now here's one that's going to be a very unpopular. Well, I had Juventus to slightly win the first leg. 5-3 I said, I believe. I think Ajax will get a 4-2 win in the second half. In the second leg. And here's why. I don't think Juve are going through, because I think Juve are going to get confident in the first leg. But second leg, Ajax are going to be more prepared, and they're going to come back and they're going to absolutely press on Juventus till they ultimately grab victory from their hands. I don't think Juventus are going down without a fight, but I think second leg Juventus go. I think first leg Juventus win, but not without an Ajax fight. And I think second leg Ajax win, but not without a Juventus fight. I think they're going to switch for second game and going to be the same game, but inverse sort of, but not really. But I alternately again think this one's going to be very close. I think there's going to be another Ronaldo goal, but I think, you know, ultimately Ajax are going to come strong next round. Next leg. I mean, hell, Ajax might come strong the first leg, honestly, but second, if Juventus win the first leg, Ajax are definitely winning the second. If Ajax win the first leg, though, I'm not 100% sure Juventus will definitely win the second. But, you know, now we've talked about predictions, I'm going to talk alternately about what I think of Champions League what I think of the up and coming Champions League. I definitely think it's interesting. These draws are interesting because a lot of what I've been hearing is, oh, it's rigged, it's rigged, it's rigged. And then finally I've heard people saying, wow, it's interesting how this time round we've got an unrigged one. You know, no Manchester versus Manchester, which is normally how they do it. You know, they think that there's been a lot of the unfairness taken out of it. And about that, right, yeah, it's like, I've not paid very close attention before because I've never had to do the podcast before this time. You know, I've just enjoyed the Champions League without too much fucking attention put to it. But I can definitely see, going back looking at the past, how some of it it looks kind of rigged, but I don't think it's actually rigged, if I'm honest. I think people are just a bit, you know, might be rigged, but, well, it might have been rigged. It's not now, that's for sure. Yeah, but it might have been rigged, it might not have been, I don't know. For sure, it's an interesting draw. I mean, Barcelona got Man United. You know, that's an interesting game. Definitely not rigged, because a lot of Barcelona are definitely one of the ones who have been favoured in the past, and I can definitely tell Man United wasn't a favoured pick. We're going to win Man United, but I don't think Man United was the ideal choice. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, like, maybe I'm, like, completely speaking out of term saying Man United wasn't an ideal choice for us, but I think we'd rather have had Porto as an easy win. I think Liverpool picked the easy win, got the easy win this time out, you know. They got Porto. It's a definite win for them, in my opinion, you know. I don't see a way they're losing to Porto. Maybe they do. I mean, it is Liverpool. They are quite good at bottling things, but the league twice. But yeah, I mean, they might bottle it, but I think this is an easy win for them. And hopefully they win the league this year. It's long overdue. I mean, I'm not a Liverpool fan, but God knows Liverpool put in the effort to win that fucking league. They deserve it this time round if they get it. And also, honestly, I don't want to see Man City fucking win the league again. Come on, that's boring by now. It's like reading a book it's like having a book that comes out every year, but the story's the same every year. Nobody wants to read that shit. You're going to stop buying the book. I mean, obviously, I'm not saying people are going to stop watching the Premier League. I'm just saying it's very fucking boring nowadays. It's always Chelsea or Man City who wins it. And then again, though, that's coming from somebody who's a Barcelona fan who literally wins the fucking league every year. But, you know, I mean, switch it up a little bit. At least Atletico's won our league before. Yeah, but, I mean, obviously, I know it's not pre-predicted, so it's not scripted, so they can't do it really, but unless it happens. But you get where I'm coming from, you know what I'm saying. The Man City-Tottenham game, that's very much like a Premier League fixture. That's going to be like watching a Premier League game, really. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be a very fast-paced game compared to the others, I definitely believe. Unless Liverpool absolutely play fast against Porto, which they might do. But that's very going to be a fast-paced goal machine game, for sure, you know. For one team, City, like I said. City are absolutely going to dominate. But hey, I did say it was going to be like a City game. I mean, like a league game, though, didn't I? Sorry, it's getting really warm in here, so I've taken my jumper off. Yeah. So that's definitely, you know, going to be an interesting one and another one to watch. I know I'll be watching it. But ultimately, though, the feeling I'm getting from this year is it's going to be very entertaining. Yeah. Very entertaining this year. Sorry, my door just blew up and I'm just pushing it closed. Yeah. Ultimately, the feeling for me is it's going to be very entertaining this year. A very entertaining one, indeed. Now, finally, we have 2 more games left that I'm just going to talk about in general, which is Liverpool-Porto, very much Liverpool's game. You know, not much else to say about that other than the fact it's definitely Liverpool's game this year. Yeah, Liverpool are definitely coming through to the set to the semi-finals. Next, after these games, I'm going to talk about the semi-final draws and what I think of them. But yeah, after they've been confirmed who's in, because right now I'm just guessing, so I can guess who the final few are going to be, but I can't guarantee. I'm not psychic. But yeah, very much Liverpool's game in my opinion. I mean, like I said, it could come out that after the Champions League that Porto smashed Liverpool. I mean, I hope not. Barcelona are obviously ones I want to win, but I want Liverpool to do well, not only just because I'm related to a Liverpool fan, but because obviously Liverpool are a very underrated side. One of the best in England. Honestly, way better than Chelsea. I mean, I know that's stupid coming from Chelsea literally winning the fucking league a lot, but, my opinion, they're better than Chelsea. Ajax Juventus. Now, this is a game that is going to have the edge of the world who watch football on the seats, because 90% of people I talked to could not call this if their life depended on it. It's so fucking weird. Because, you ask me, I could see it going one way. You ask me, I could see it going the other. Second leg, the same, swings like a pendulum. I could see 1,000 different outcomes for this game. I could not give you a simple prediction for this game. I mean, I know I did, but that was still only guesstimate. And I'm still kind of not really confident in that one. I'm almost definitely sure I'm going to get that one wrong. Wrong. Yeah. I'm almost certain I've got that wrong. But I'm almost also certain I could never predict the right answer. But I'm just saying it's going to be absolutely entertaining, and I get a feeling when I'm watching the game, I'm going to be on the absolute edge of my fucking seat all through the game. And that it's definitely going to be worth watching, and that ultimately the first and second leg are going to be as entertaining as each other, which I don't think about all the games, but I definitely think, up there in excitement and drama. I'm definitely going to watch it myself. I know a lot of other people will be too, because it's going to be entertaining to see who wins this one. And that'll be it for the podcast today. Join us back for more football podcasts, but we're also going to be doing a wrestling podcast, maybe, if I get enough, people interested. We might do some more podcasts too, talking about other interests we have. Yeah, but for now, though, that's today's podcast done. And we are signing off now.